All right, hey everybody, I have a treat for you today. I'm doing a product review that is probably a little different. Normally I do product reviews over supplements or fitness accessories and things like that. And this one I'm really actually very excited about. I was contacted online. I actually put up myself to review this because there was like a little thing on Facebook that was like, hey, is there anybody that wants to review these things? And I was like, sure, why not? And I hadn't really tried them for what they're used for, so I'm a little excited because I have some really good information for y'all, and there's also a giveaway that's going to tie to it. So as always, make sure that you look below this post so that you know what you need to do to be able to win some free stuff. So today we're going to talk about oils. Oily. Not baby oil, not oil that you get a rub down with or anything weird like that. We are talking about what has in the past couple of years become a serious oil phenomenon, like for real. It's gotten to the point where if you sneeze, there will be 10 ladies in a room. Sorry, man, I just haven't met any men that sell these. There will be 10 ladies in a room that come running at you with a bottle of essential oil, and they're like, I have an oil for that. And you're like, it's just dust, chill. But there is some validity behind the essential oils, so I'm not going to tell you to stop seeing your doctor and just diffuse all the time. We are actually going to come at this from a sports medicine standpoint because that's what I do. So that's what I used it for. And so just a little bit of a background as to why I even wanted to try these and why it was so cool. And then I'll introduce you to the lady who has sent me some samples and kind of walked me through the process. And just so that you know right up front, I don't sell the oils. I don't get a dime if you get them. So I really am just doing this because it's a good product. It's got some good things. If you need somebody that, does the oils, I've got her link here. I'm sure you probably know somebody in a 10-foot radius that does it. So, just this isn't me trying to beef up some different side of my business or something. This is a legitimate just a little way for you to kind of get something in, especially if you train a lot. So that's mostly what I'm going to be talking about today. My background, if you don't already know, is I do suffer from arthritis. I was diagnosed with severe osteoarthritis when I was 32 years old, and I have it pretty much everywhere in every joint. And so the cool thing about osteoarthritis, and especially the way that mine works, is it gets worse like the further out away it goes. And when I lift really heavy weights, it's like my fingers don't want to open. So she sent me 2 different things to try based on what I had told her about my past and then what I do now. And so before I get into what she sent me, I want you to make sure that you do look at the links below because it gives you all of her stuff. She's got a blog, she's got a site. I mean, she's got all this stuff that tells you what to do, whatever plagues you, there's an oil for that. So, just kind of get to know what it's about and everything. I did not diffuse anything or anything like that. These were all basically like, it's a rub-on kind of thing. So like I said, I'm going to come at it from a sports med perspective because it wasn't long after she sent them to me that I did have something come up. So her name is Jessany, and first and foremost, that's a beautiful name. You can find her at theempoweredmama.com. And like I said, all of the links will be below. And I'll go over how you can win some stuff, but then that'll also be below as well. So what happened to me when I got the little packet and then I just kind of let it sit there for a couple of days, and I was like, okay, I need to use those. I had a shoulder lifting session. Shoulder day is every Tuesday, and I had a heavy shoulder lifting session that morning, and I hurt myself. I hurt my right shoulder, which my right side is my dominant side anyways, and I hurt it because I didn't warm up good enough. Okay, we all do that sometimes. I was rushed at the gym. I always tell my clients, don't ever skip your warm up. But sometimes some trainers believe that we can do things other people can't because we're super awesome. And then right about that time is when we get smacked down by some kind of injury. So I injured my shoulder. And if you don't know a lot about the shoulder, I'll educate you really quickly. It's one of the most unstable joints that you have in your body, but it's also a stabilizer for everything that you do. So there's not much that you do in your day that doesn't involve your shoulder. So that's why when you get a shoulder injury, it is critical to treat it quickly and to treat it the correct way. So I came home, I iced it, and she had given me these little packets. Now I got some oils, but then also got this little packets of cream called Deep Blue. For one, this stuff smells heavenly. And I come from a massage therapy. I was a massage therapist for years and years. I come from that background. And so we used to use Biofreeze a lot. You know, you rub your Biofreeze on your clients, which did not have a heavenly smell, but the smell would dissipate after a while. This smells much better. It has a warming sensation to it that will then cool off, you know, a little bit because of all the oils that's involved in it. And so I rubbed that on, just kind of, you know, there's no better time than the present to go ahead and try it. And then I put some KT tape on just to alleviate some of the pressure in the shoulder itself. So I left that on all day long. By that evening, and we're talking, it was a substantial shoulder injury. It was hot to the touch. I couldn't reach, like I couldn't do this, you know, reach up for things and all, because it hurt to move my shoulder either laterally or even to reach. You know, it hurt. It felt like there was a tear, a significant size tear. There wasn't, but you know, deep inside the medial delt head. So, it's medial delt head that's ahead of your shoulder that you use a lot. Okay, so by the time the evening rolled around, my shoulder had just about all of its full mobility back. I kept using the Deep Blue. I used it that night, and then I used it all throughout the next day. 48 hours later, my shoulder was good as new. And when I went into my back workout on Thursday, I felt like nothing had happened. And a lot of times during my back and chest workouts, because the shoulders are stabilizing muscles, they will take over. And so I have to be careful with that. And I was worried when I heard it Tuesday that my back workout, which those are much heavier than my shoulder workouts, that it would suffer. And for those of you that don't know, I'm in the middle of beginning of prep season, and these workouts, these heavy duty workouts, are critical to get as many of them in as possible because you're trying to change things, you're trying to grow. And when you're sidelined by injury, especially something like a shoulder injury, which takes a really long time to heal, it can be devastating to your training program. So that was super awesome. I didn't even really take a day off from training because shoulders are on Tuesday. Wednesday I do a light leg day, so I don't do a lot of heavy weights or anything, so my shoulder was able to recuperate and just sit in that creamy goodness of the Deep Blue lotion. I also did use some of the oil itself. I believe I mixed it with just a little lotion that I had, and I just like slathered it all on and all up my neck and, you know, all up in my hair or whatever. I love the way it smells. Like, most people probably wouldn't feel this way, but because of me and my background, the wintergreen and all of the medicinal kind of smells, I wish my whole house smelled like that. Like, I wish my house smelled like a sports med center when you walked in. I don't do that because not everybody loves it, but it was phenomenal. So I wanted to share that because if you are into lifting heavy, and you know, it's okay to be sore. It is, and sometimes we'll judge, you know, oh, that was a great workout because I'm so sore and all of that. And it's okay to be sore. But the thing is that we have to focus on recovery, because especially if you're trying to build lean muscle mass, or you're just trying to build, you're trying to, you know, bulk, which is a totally different video all in itself. But if you're trying to do that, you want to make sure that you are focusing more on recovery so that your muscles recover in a way that makes it to where your training sessions can always progress, because you shouldn't be going into the gym day after day and having to regress training sessions because of the level of soreness. And the Deep Blue really did help. It made a huge difference that week. Not just with the shoulder injury, but you know, I rubbed it on my legs after leg day and everything, and I felt like I had a little more oomph to me than I normally would. I didn't feel like I had to just lay there all day. It helps with the blood flow. You know, you obviously get a lot of blood flow, a lot of pump, and the specific oils in here help to utilize the inflammation that's actually coming into that muscle, because when you're lifting and tearing, inflammation is a good thing, but these oils tend to help keep it under control so that it doesn't cross that line and turn into something bad. And so I highly, highly recommend it. And the best way to get started is to win a kit, right? Because then you don't have to pay anything. So you can check out the flyer and all the links below. Basically, all you have to do is, number one, get on Instagram. Because if you're not, who are you? What the heck? Everybody's on Instagram. You know, all you have to do is get on Instagram, start taking pictures of your food. People are going to love you. But get on Instagram. You're going to follow Genesee on Instagram, And then you have 2 days. So today is the 7th. You're going to have through the 9th. Okay, so like we're giving you like the 8th and the 9th to follow her on Instagram and tag a friend. All right, so you follow her, you go and click on one of her pictures, tag your friend in that picture, and then that'll automatically enter you into an entry to win one of the cool kits that I have listed below. And that's going to allow you to try a lot of different things and see what works best for you. The other oil that she sent me, by the way, was frankincense, which is biblical. Hello. So it was awesome, and it's supposed to be really, really good for arthritis. I have to be, and I took a bath in it. I hope it's okay. Am I going to have oil people going, no? But I did. Not just like in it. I mean, it was in the bath water. But, I mean, I'll be honest, my arthritis, since I have really, really buckled down on my diet and my lifting is like, I mean, everything is so incredibly structured. I haven't had any issues with arthritis, really, aside from yesterday, back day, my hand didn't want to open after my weight. But other than that, it's been totally cool. So it does smell pretty good. It's got this like musky aroma to it, and it was cool in the bath. Hope that was okay. So make sure you visit the site. Make sure you get on Instagram because people want to see what you're eating, and they want to see pictures of the animals too. Animals, food, kids. That's all we want on Instagram. And the occasional gym selfie or swolfie, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so get on there. Make sure that you follow her. Tag a friend. Get in the running. She's doing all of the choosing. It's not me, so don't try to butter up to me. But you can win some of these cool oils. And if you already know what you want, check out her website. She's got lots and lots and lots of good information. And she's just a cool, all-around, empowered mama. So I hope this helped you if you were, unclear, or maybe you just thought that the oils were just to make your house smell pretty or something like that. They really are great for sports med as well. So I encourage you to check them out, and I'll see you next time.